If you like, get angry with what I'm saying. I don't care about your own understanding and opinion in this matter. The problem is that some of you Yorubas that are supporting APC are mumu. Hatred has eaten you up. Bigotry has eaten you up that you cannot see positive even in the place of negativity. You don't know that this Trump tweet is trying to make Tinubu to be the best president of Nigeria ever. This Trump tweet is going to make Tinubu to become the best president of Nigeria. I'm the one saying it. If is a conditional word, if Tinubu does what Trump said in that tweet. And before you come to my comment section to talk, watch the video and listen to the analysis I'm going to give to you. I'm out of here, John.
President Trump is threatening to go to war on Nigeria a day after designating the West African nation a country of particular concern over the killings of thousands of Christians there. Stephanie Bennett is live in London with more on this. Stephanie.
Hey, John. Yeah, the president has been very vocal in the last 24 hours on Truth Social. I want to read you just a couple excerpts of one that came out 5 minutes ago. The president said, quote, "If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killings of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now, quote, disgraced country, guns a-blazing," he says. He is then hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. And he also says in that post, warning the Nigerian government better move fast. Now, yesterday, the president posted also on Truth Social announcing that he was going to put this country as the country of particular concern, saying something must be done. He's now asking Congressman Riley Moore, Chairman Tom Cole, and the House Appropriations Committee to look into it and to report back.
I think this is going to make a huge difference, and we're going to get right to work on this and get to the bottom of what's happening and give President Trump a full menu of options that we can use to try to stop these killings.
Yeah, and Moore says there's about 15 possible options, including suspension of security assistance and targeted sanctions. Nigeria is, of course, considered one of the most dangerous places in the world to be a Christian, according to the well-regulated Open Doors International Group. Over the years, thousands of Christians have been killed in churches, schools, and entire villages have been burned. Some even brand it a genocide. The Nigerian government vowed today to keep fighting violent extremism and said it hoped Washington would remain a close ally. But some analysts blame the country's inability to protect its citizens over that wide spectrum of armed groups that operate across the country, including Boko Haram.
I think fundamentally Nigeria is a failed state. Corruption is simply out of control. So are the kinds of resources that should be there. It is a major exporter of oil, so it should be a rich country, but a lot of it gets diverted through corruption. So they don't have the resources in order to provide their security forces what they need in order to fight back.
And in order to combat this issue, earlier this year, Washington approved $346 million in arms for Nigeria. In order to combat this issue, earlier this year, Washington approved $346 million in arms for Nigeria. In order to combat this issue, earlier this year, Washington approved $346 million in arms for Nigeria.
Fanny Kayode said that Nigeria is ready for the American military.
Well, leave that in. Leave that in.
You don't trust on the military armament of your
country. Hold on. Please, not everybody I thought you should listen. Your party are not taking care of Toji Bello. A terrorist. And his boss is America that you want to praise. Isn't that funny? And then one serious note. How do you start with that one? Yeah? Oh, yeah, let them challenge them, but don't let Tinubu tell Donald Trump, go away, we are waiting for you. And let him hear that. No, let him try it. America, you are waiting for America. With what? With the weapon you bought from them, Abi? Eh? No, with the weapon you bought from them.
That was the former aviation minister.
But they bought weapon from America. And the man that they gave you those weapons, you think he doesn't have 10 times more than that before he gave you some? What ammunition do you have to face America?
I mean, in your considered assessment, how likely is it that Donald Trump is going to do what he's saying? I mean, because,
no, he's going to change his mind when
because I mean, you know, is it all rhetoric rather than?
No, it's not rhetoric. Don't take America for granted. Don't. Look, Charles, the whole world were against Israel. It's only America that was behind Israel, and they won. They brought down Gaza, did sorts of, you know, inhuman treatment. But yet, because America is behind it, they had to wait for Trump to finish addressing the Israelites and went to Egypt to sign the ceasefire agreement. America is not a joke. Anybody that is telling you here, talking from Prime TV, is this your prime time, coming to prime time to split nonsense. It's not even hard in America, you know that. Because if you have to watch this program in America, you have to pay for it. It's on the cable, isn't it? It's not like
it's a subscription.
It's a subscription viewing. It's not like our own that you switch your TV. But even our own, I don't know whether you are on this. You have
no, but to be fair, we do have an audience, not as big as in Nigeria, obviously, but a growing audience in America. But to support what you're saying, Senator, there are Nigerians serving in the U.S. military who have said that the Nigerian government should take very seriously indeed President Trump's warning. That President Tinubu should either rein in Islamist militant groups like Boko Haram, ISWAP, etc., or risk U.S. military action. They say, these are their words, we are in the U.S. Army and we can feel the heated pulse there. There is no cautious, deliberative approach under the U.S. administration, and this is a government that prefers to shoot first and ask questions later when it comes to perceived global threats. And the former the former U.S. Army captain, Captain Bish Johnson, also emphasized that point because he was in the U.S. Army, so he kind of understands their mentality. He says they are aggressive and unrestrained. Just look at what they're doing in Iran, Venezuela, Colombia, with a show of force.
If you have taken your time to listen keenly, obviously you would have understand where the tweet is coming from. Yes, you might call it a threat because you claim Nigeria is a sovereign country. But this is a sign that Trump actually want Nigeria to succeed. We have said it time without number that Nigerians are not wise, Nigerians are not smart. We are crook, cunning, and crafty. And I said it that if you are wise, you don't need to make a mistake to learn from other people's mistake. Like VDM, we say you learn in a hard way. Learning a hard way is that you are making a mistake and learning from their mistake. Wise people learn from other people's mistake. Yes, if we are wise in this country, we would have learned from other people's mistake. A lot of people claim that when America comes, they will demolish Nigeria, they will do this like what they do to Libya. If truly that is true, why didn't we learn from what happened to Libya and do the right thing before the Americans will step in? Because it is Nigerian government that giving the America the audacity, the opportunity to exploit us. You are saying our oil they want to come and take. Our oil has been discovered for more than 50 years. America did not come. Why now? Why do you think it's our oil that are coming to take? The oil that is in our house, we are not benefiting. The most funny thing about it is that it is those who does not have oil in their own region are the one telling those who have oil that it's the oil they want to come and take. One of the gold in Zamfara they're coming to take. I've said it time without number. Experience is not the best teacher. The best teacher is intuition. Smart people learn not from experience, they learn from intuition and other people's mistake. So if we need to be coerced by a tweet by another person for Nigeria to do the right thing, is a good sign that we still have an opportunity to do well. Nigerians are not smart. English no be our mate. And I want to emphasize on it that we are not smart. It's not bad government, it's not lack of money, it is not lack of spiritual power, it's not lack of anointing that is making us perish in this country. What is making us perish in this country is lack of knowledge. And because we are ignorant, that is why we lie, we do propaganda, we do falsehood, we support evil. will support and enable bad government. I said it time without number that 99% of Nigerians are not united. When they said not are united, you guys are not united. You are connivers. Look at it now. You people are conniving to support the government, saying you are supporting Tinubu, you are supporting Kwankwaso because you don't want America to invade. America have not even said they will invade. The tweet said, if Nigerians keep allowing the Islamic to continue killing Christians, meaning that if you do not allow it, they're not going to come in. But you read for emotion to react, you don't read to understand. And that's why I said in my beginning that if Tinubu take the E for Trump and do what he said there, Tinubu will become the best president. This is supposed to be a way that if Tinubu uses this opportunity to ask America to give him weapons to fight against insurgency, they will give him because they want it to solve the problem. And if the problem being solved by Tinubu president, then people will say Tinubu actually solved the insecurity problem in Nigeria. This is supposed to be a way for Tinubu to become the best president of Nigeria. But you guys are making them not to see the right because Nigerians are not sitting down and say what is going on. Let's analyze the situation. Is it going to be for our benefit? Everything in Nigeria are based on negative because we are crook, cunning, and crafty. That's why I say we are not wise, we are not smart. I have repeatedly explained this, that wisdom is in positivity and crook and crafty, which is an equal and opposite reaction of wisdom and smartness, is in negativity. If you play person sense and the end result is negative, you are a crook, cunning, and crafty. But if you play person sense and the end result is positive, you are wise and you are smart. If we are smart and wise, we would have seen the positive end, not reacting and be saying America this, America that. Why are they coming? Why are they coming to do this? Are we not a failed state? We are. We are a failed state. Chinua Achebe said there was a country. It wasn't today he wrote that in. Because as it is, Nigeria is a failed state. But the statement is, if Nigerians continue, so how long will they not continue to allow the Islamic to be killing people? You are angry that America want to invade Nigeria, but we are allowing Fulani men to be invading us. Are they not these people walking up and down, driving with bikes? In Nigeria, some people have the audacity to ride back, hold gun, AK-47, and be parading a town, a city, and people are videoing them and posting. And you say that America want to invade us when we already been invaded by people. You understand me? You have already invaded ourselves by supporting this kind of things. I said it time without number. There are two laws in this country. One favors the north, one favors the south. Whether you call it Sharia law, but there's a sentiment attached to the north. Even as a driver, if you reach Dubai in Abuja, turn right, you can carry 4 in the front. Road safety will not hold you. But even if the one person you are carrying in the front and turn left, you are heading to Kogi, Edo State, and Oko. Once you turn that side, even if you are carrying only one person in the front, but no seatbelt, road safety will hold you. That is to tell you how Nigeria is divided. Because there's something they see as northern. They can disobey the law and nobody cares. But once you do even the right thing halfway, you pay for it when you face this side going to the south. This is the problem we have in this country. Nigeria is already a failed state because divided, even by the government agencies. Whether it's road safety, drug enforcement, EFCC, there is a particular treatment they give to people who are going to the south, who are in the south. There's a particular treatment. This one is not even about Sharia law now. I'm talking of how they treat Nigerians. So it's a failed state. You are shouting Nigeria is a sovereignty. The sovereignty that we don't have a single hospital that our leaders can attend to. They all fly abroad. Their children are schooling abroad. So which sovereignty are you talking about? Which sovereignty? If Tinubu decide to do, now there is an opportunity. The tweet ended by saying Nigerian government should act fast. This tweet is about gingering them to do the right thing. This is like somebody telling you, do the right thing or else. That is what he's saying. And we're supposed to see it in a strategic way, except if people are happy with the killings going on. Except if we're happy. Except Nigerians are happy that they're killing their fellow Nigerians. You are saying that the Muslims are being killed equally. Are you happy that Muslims are being killed? If you are happy, that means you are actually saying that they have the right to invade us. I said, and I repeat, this tweet is supposed to make Tinubu to become the best president of Nigeria if he decides to solve the insecurity. If he decides to solve the insecurity, but if not, I'm out of here, Joe.